Hello YouTube, Flashlight Enthusiast here. I recently got my hands on the first Speras flashlight on my channel, the SH18, which is the versatile headlamp with both white and red LEDs. It is not that popular model, so I hope to deliver a useful video for you. Let's explore together what this flashlight can offer. And yes, I got this directly from the manufacturer, and if you are interested, there is a link below this video with a special coupon code for our community. SH18 comes in this white box with red yellow accents and a transparent piece to show you the flashlight inside the package, which I find quite nice. At the back we've got the detailed description of the flashlight, as well as table showing all the outputs, runtimes and ranges. Inside everything is well protected, and you get the flashlight, a head strap, a short bidirectional pocket clip, a user manual, USB to USB-C charging cable, as well as 2 spare O-rings in case you need a replacement. Before operating, make sure to unscrew the head of the flashlight and remove the insulation film from the battery compartment. The head strap is included of good quality and stretchy fabric. Down there you got some silicone inserts, so it will fit perfectly your helmet. However, it is probably not comfortable on your head, as it will irritate your skin and hair. The mount is plastic and is quite comfortable on your forehead, not too big, not too small, just the perfect size. And as you can see, you've got this plastic piece so that flashlight cannot rotate easily, but rather stay in position thanks to these grooves, which is quite nice design. And the flashlight is nice and secure here in this mount, and you have to pull with some force to really make it remove. Nice job here. Overall, the design of Speras SH18 is plain and simple. We've got the classic angle light design that can transform into a headlamp, as you can see on the package. And basically we've got a nice bigger head with some cooling fans, the hidden USB-C charging port here on the head, which is always a nice addition. The Fresnel lens, which is not that often seen in this type of construction, which might be a nice selling point for you. And as you can see, it is intended more like a headlamp than an angle light, so there's minimal knurling on the battery tube, as well as there is a magnet here at the tail cap. What I highly appreciate is that big button with nice distinctive click, and there's also a LED underneath as an indicator. To access the battery, I recommend unscrewing the head from the battery tube, as there are anodized threads from this side, as you can see, nicely lubricated from the factory, and there is O-ring in place. Down there is a spring that looks quite clean, as you can see. And in the package we've got a nice 18650 battery with 3400 mAh capacity. Obviously there is a Speras logo here as S44 battery polarity, and obviously this is a protected battery, so there is a built-in protection circuit as stated here. And down there is also a spring, so no problem using other batteries if you have some spare ones. And if you were wondering, there is no possibility of physically locking this flashlight from the tail cap, as there are no anodized threads here. And yes, there is also a pocket clip, and thanks to the design you can attach it actually in 3 different places. Here, here, or even here, which is nice, and it is bidirectional, so as you can see, it holds quite nicely and the retention is good. Not really a deep carry, but close to that. And it's not too aggressive on the anodization here, so kudos. If you like to replenish your batteries, there is a hidden USB-C charging port under this rubber cover. When you plug it in, you will have your charging indicator of red when charging is in progress and green one when the charging has been finished, and as you can see on the screen, it took me around 4 hours and 40 minutes. Please bear in mind that there is also a yellow status as the charging is not working properly, and in my case it was usually not screwing the tail cap or the battery tube to the end. SH18 has a battery indicator. When you turn on the flashlight, it will display for a couple of seconds with green, orange, red or flashing red your battery status. Let's walk you through the UI, shall we? One click will always turn the lowest output and one click will turn the flashlight off. Now if you hold the switch from off, you got your memory mode. In the loop of 3, if you hold the side switch, you will cycle between low, medium, high, and if you leave it in medium mode and turn it off, then hold it again, it will go back into the medium mode, so there is the mode memory. Now if you'd like to access the red mode, you have to turn on the flashlight in white mode and double tap, and then you've got your mode memory in red, so now you can cycle between low, medium and high by holding the switch in the loop. And now if you click it once, you turn off the flashlight, now you have to go again into the white mode to access the red mode in the low mode always. And if you double tap, you access the white mode again. And there is also special mode, so triple click will access strobe mode, holding the switch will go into the SOS, and then white signal and red signal as well. And there is no memory of special modes if you ask me. There is also no special lockout mode, however if you loosen the head, there is your physical lockout in place, so don't worry. One thing I noticed is there is no glass on this Fresnel lens, so beware of some scratches appearing over time. So here are my lumen measurements of the Speras SH18. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Looking at the high mode, you can basically expect around 30 seconds of runtime before a 30-second step down to around 622 lumen level, with flashlight achieving 40 degrees Celsius, and then as you can see we've got nice flat output regulation with sustainable around 600 lumens and overall runtime of 2 hours and 48 minutes before further reducing the brightness, flashlight body stabilizing at 46 degrees Celsius. While medium mode is the highest sustainable mode, so without any step down we've got around 566 lumens at start and around 550 lumens sustainable, with 3.5 hours of runtime before reducing the brightness to 82 lumens. And as you can see, this flashlight won't leave you in the dark, however around 30 minutes of runtime before turning off, which is always a nice feature, you know, to either find a backup flashlight or to charge your batteries. Under this Fresnel lens there is an SFT40 second generation cool white LED, and as you can see there is around 5800 Kelvin 65 CRI, so nice cool white beam, more intended for efficiency rather than a pleasant beam. However, there is no visible tint shift and there is nice visible hotspots, so I would say there is the beam intended more for walking and medium range distance rather than close-up work or indoor use. And there is also additional red beam with slightly different pattern, not a perfect one, however there's also a nice addition to have a red light in your headlamp or angle light. Bear in mind that it's not that bright to use it for walking, but for some close-up stuff it is just fine. Overall, I'm pleasantly surprised with the Speras SH18. This is my first encounter with the brand with build quality not worse than other major brands. The headlamp is well designed and the functions are well matched for the target user, so basically outdoor enthusiasts looking for a flashlight for walking and night adventures. But it could also be used for camping as well with this auxiliary red light. As usual with this type of flashlight you get a headlamp, you get angle light, but also magnet in the tail cap, so versatile attachment is possible here. And the beam quality is optimized for throw rather than close-up scenario and definitely intended for efficiency rather than pleasant to your eyes. Which is a good trade-off in my view if you're looking for a flashlight that should operate for a longer period of time. If I were to improve something in this design, I would do 3 things. I would slightly change the UI for long press for the lowest output and 1 click to turn the flashlight in mode memory. Second thing is I would improve the beam quality of red light, as now from this Fresnel lens and side emitters it looks a little bit weird. And third thing, I will make charging a little bit faster. Other than that, pretty nice headlamp, and if you're looking for something like that, the Speras SH18 will probably not let you down there. If you have any questions or personal comments, please leave them below this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to support the algorithm not to miss any future videos that I release. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.